start each day with a positive affirmation related to gratitude. Okay, try something like, I am grateful for the opportunities today will bring. I am thankful that God has waken me up this morning so that he can be able to show me the path that he has set aside for me. Because we know that God knows what's ahead. He knows what's ahead. We don't know what's ahead. We may plan what we would like to see what's ahead, but we don't know. We really don't know. We don't know for sure. But God does. So if we wake up with an affirmation, a positive affirmation, before we even get out of the bed, okay?
Today's episode of Reset to Reinvent podcast is brought to you by the Adams Group Agency, developing final expense leaders.
Hello, and welcome to episode 33 of Reset to Reinvent podcast. I am your host, Helen Blocker Adams. How are you in this thankful season? It is the first Monday in the month of November, the thankful month, the month of Thanksgiving, my second favorite month of the year. I love the month of November. It's an opportunity for family, my family in particular, to get together at one of my cousin's house in the Atlanta area, and all of us come together, bringing all of our goodies and our favorite dishes and fellowship, and it's just a wonderful time. And so, the Thanksgiving season also allows people to just kind of step back and sit back and reflect on the year and what we're thankful for. And certainly, I think we can all agree that all of us are thankful for something. We're thankful for a lot of different things. But at the same time, many of us don't feel like we have anything to be thankful for. Many people are depressed. They feel isolated. They're going through a grieving process. They've recently lost a loved one. Or what happens also in the month of Thanksgiving, people are reflecting on their loved ones who are no longer here, and maybe they lost them during this calendar year, and this is their first Thanksgiving that their person is not going to be with you at the Thanksgiving dinner table. And it can be a sad time. It really can. And so this episode is going to be designed to help you get through that. Okay. So this episode of Reset to Reinvent, we're going to talk and we're going to discover 8 actionable strategies to build your thankful muscle during this holiday season. This is going to be an episode that you can listen to over and over again. Share it with a friend, share it with a family member, because I'm going to share with you some strategies that you can employ and use right away when you get in a situation where you're not feeling thankful, when you're feeling some kind of way. But before we go into those, I want to let you know, hey, subscribe to our podcast. Subscribe, like, download, share with a friend. Make sure that you like or subscribe, because when you do that, every Monday morning between 8 and 8:30, you'll get a ping from your podcast platform letting you know this next episode is out. Okay. And also, those of you who are watching on YouTube, we definitely want to build our viewership on YouTube. So certainly share it with a friend, subscribe to it, and let me know what you think. Let me know what topics you'd like for me to talk about. What pain points do you have that you need to be resolved, whether it's for yourself or a family member or a friend, because we're in a challenging time right now. And really, any day can be a challenging time depending on what's going on in your life. But right now, there's just a lot going on when we think about November of 2025, but you know what? But we're still here. If you are listening, if you are watching this, you are still here. You're among the living. You woke up this morning, and that is all the reason to be thankful. So, how about I also want to let you know, my ebook is selling like hotcakes, you guys. You got to get your episode. I'm sorry, you got to get your ebook. It's the 21 fast ways to disarm anxiety anytime it hits. 21 fast ways. Actually, I think it's 22. My goodness, it's 21, 22 fast ways. And when you get this book, this ebook, you can go to stan.store/HB Adams. Stan.store/HB Adams. Or you can go into the footer. You can go into the footer of my podcast and click on the link there, whichever is easiest. Okay, I want you to check out this book. This book is going to change your life. It's going to help reduce that anxiety. And certainly there's a lot of people that's dealing with anxiety. And one of the episodes this month, I'm going to go a little deeper from a spiritual perspective on how we need to deal with anxiety. But yeah, let's get this thing going. We're going to discover 8 actionable strategies to build your thankful muscle during this holiday season. The first one, here's number one. Number one is create a gratitude journal. I'm big on journaling. I've been journaling for a long time. I don't know if it's the writer in me, but I just love to journal. I love to write things down. I love to put things on my legal pad and make notes. I love to do that because when you write, it forces you to think. It forces you to use your brain cells and your brain muscles. It forces you to think so that you can formulate ideas and connect with sources and information and your spiritual higher being, and everything that you write on a piece of paper, you're transferring it from your brain on paper, and then you're able to read it again and see what you said, versus when you have it in your head and it goes away. It's like, oh man, what was it? I was trying to remember, and then you can't remember, and it just goes away. It just disappears. But if you write it down, there it is. So how about a gratitude journal? Go to Dollar General Store, Family Dollar, the Dollar Tree, any of these. There's plenty of journals. I mean, different colors, different styles, and you don't have to write a book. What you want to do is write something that you are thankful for. So you want to dedicate every day during the month of November, okay, and the month of December. We're going to talk about for both of them, okay, because this is the holiday season. Thanksgiving kicks off the two main holidays on the planet, okay? Thanksgiving. So the gratitude journal, dedicate a few minutes each day to write down 3 things that you're thankful for. Just 3 things. And I want you to be specific. I don't want you to just say, oh, well, I'm thankful for waking up this morning. How about I'm thankful that my right knee, that's normally hurting something awful, when I wake up in the morning, I'm thankful, but I don't feel that pain this morning. That's specific. Okay, that is specific. So you don't want just a general. You want to dig deep and dig deep in terms of what your thankfulness is. One of your three things that you are thankful for. This is your gratitude journal. Okay. You might say, I'm thankful for my family. Okay. Well, you've got a big family. So how about narrowing it down to a specific person, a specific thing maybe that you're thankful of them about, something maybe that you miss. You're thankful, like, I'm thankful of my sister who is no longer with me, but I'm thankful of the rock, the solidness, the armor bearer presence that she provided for me. I knew that she always had my back. And so I'm just thankful. I'm just thankful that I had my sister that was with me to be that part of my life. I'm thankful for that. Do I miss her? Oh, I miss her terribly. She was my only sister. Oh, I miss her terribly, but I'm thankful for that. That's how specific I want you to get, okay, in this gratitude journal, okay? That's the first. That is the discovery of the first of 8 actionable strategies to build your thankful muscle during this holiday season. So you want to start doing that, okay? So today, being Monday the 3rd, you might have to play some catch up if you want to, or just start today. Okay, I want you to start today. The second one is to express thanks. Express thanks. Okay, now you probably might say, well, that seems like that's almost the same as the gratitude journal. No, no, no. This one is more action focused. I want you to reach out to someone and express why you love them, or express that you love them. Express to them that you are so grateful, whether you call them, whether you send them a text, whether you FaceTime them. And it might be someone random that maybe you haven't even talked to in a while. Okay. So you want to express thanks. It could be a handwritten note. Okay. It could be a text or a phone call, but you want to, in this express thanks, actionable strategy number 2, you want to let them know how much they have impacted your life. Let them know how much they have impacted your life. We're talking about building your thankful muscle in the midst of a holiday season that a lot of people are not feeling very good. They're feeling some kind of way, not necessarily physically, not feeling bad physically, but emotionally, mentally. We want to move that. We want to move that out of the atmosphere. Okay? The third one is thankful walks. Ah, whoa. Now, this time of the year here in Augusta, it's like 40 something degrees as I'm recording this episode. And the weather is just beautiful. The sky is clear. And take a walk, to build your thankful. Have a what we call a thankful walk. Okay, now this is definitely action. Take a walk outdoors and focus an appreciation of your surroundings. When I walk outside of my house, I'm just so thankful that God has blessed me with this beautiful estate home. I'm just so thankful that I've got an area that I can walk out in my front yard and actually go down my driveway, go walk up the sidewalk and feel safe, There's not a lot of people around, and I can just look around at the new houses being built, the new homes being built, the land that's set aside for someone else to have a house built, and just look at the sky and just be thankful and take a deep breath. So as you're taking these thankful walks, this is the third actionable strategy to build that thankful muscle. Do that. You can do that today. You can do that this evening. You can do that right now. Now, we're not talking about a 30-minute walk, an hour walk, and maybe walking for long distances is not your cup of tea, but there's something about, we're talking about building that thankful muscle. We're talking about building that muscle, okay, that muscle so that we can get through this holiday season, okay? So that thankful walk, observe the weather, observe the nation, the nation, okay, yeah. Observe the nature, observe everything around you. If there's any birds flying, maybe you might see something going on in your I think you this time of the year you might not see any ants, but I know I have a lot of ant beds in my yard that pops up, and you can watch those ants and how they operate and all. But just go and just be thankful of that walk, okay? So that's the third one. That's the third one, okay? And just during this experience, during this thankful walk, just, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Just say it out loud. Just thankful. Thank you. Man, when you put that energy on something else and energy on being thankful of everything that's around you, no matter what's going on, it's going to take you away. It's going to take that mindset away of what might be depressing you today. Okay. We're talking about building those thankful muscles. The fourth one is daily affirmations. Oh my goodness. Start each day with a positive affirmation related to gratitude. Okay. Try something like, I am grateful for the opportunities today will bring. I am thankful that God has waken me up this morning so that he can be able to show me the path that he has set aside for me. Because we know that God knows what's ahead. He knows what's ahead. We don't know what's ahead. We may plan what we would like to see what's ahead, but we don't know. We really don't know. We don't know for sure, but God does. So if we wake up with an affirmation, a positive affirmation, before we even get out of the bed, okay? For those of you listening or watching, you're already up and about, but you can just stop what you're doing. You can put this on pause and say, you know what, Lord? Oh, hallelujah, hallelujah. I want to thank you for what you have planned for me today, because I feel like you're getting ready to blast something in my life that is going to change my life and change my family's life. I just believe that. I believe that for you. So that's a daily affirmation. And we can come up with a whole lot of daily affirmations, okay? Things that you are thankful for. We're building that thankful muscle. Okay, so now we're on number 5, and we're going through these. Okay, we're going through these. Number 5 is, oh man, during this time of the year, oh my goodness, you can go on Facebook and see all of these different type of opportunities where you can volunteer your time. You can volunteer for Thanksgiving dinners that may be held at churches or communities in your area. Go to a soup kitchen or someplace where you can go and donate your time. And that's something that I've done a lot over the years. And you know what? I'm going to find an event or two to roll up my sleeve and get involved and volunteer for something like I used to do back in the day before. Well, it's been over 10 years since I've done something very specific in the month of November. Gosh, has it been that long? Oh my goodness, my goodness. Shame on you, Helen. Okay, I got to do better. I got to do better. But volunteer your time, dedicate some time to help someone in need. That is, man, that is just a beautiful, it's going to make you feel good anytime, because what it also does is let you know that, oh, there's somebody worse off than you. When you think about the fact that it's getting cold, we have people who are homeless. We have people who have no place to go, who don't have a support net, and so when you volunteer your time, you're volunteering your time with an organization or a situation where people are in need of something, where you're helping to sort clothes, where you're helping to pass out meals, whatever. Go on your Facebook page. Maybe your church is doing something. Okay. So I urge you to do that. That is such a beautiful thing to do, is to volunteer your time. That's number 5. Okay. So let me take a pause right here. I'm going to take a pause right here. Folks, with all this anxiety, all of this up and down about what the government is going to do with SNAP, what the government is going to do about all of these government workers that's on furlough and threatening of not being able to get back pay. And so there's a lot of people just anxious, just absolutely anxious. And anxiety is at an all-time high. Okay. I want to help you. I have an ebook. This ebook, 21 Fast Ways to Disarm Anxiety at Any Time. This ebook, you can go into the footer. You can go into the footer of my podcast, whatever platform that you're on, and click on that Stand Store link and go ahead and download that book. Go ahead and download it today. Download it for yourself and then get a copy and send it to a friend. Somebody needs this. Somebody needs this. Okay. And you can also go to stand.store/HB Adams. Stand.store/HB Adams. This book it's good. It's really good. I mean, in addition to the strategies that I'm sharing with you today, this book has a whole lot more ways for you to deal with stress. Now, we're not talking about dealing with stress, but in a way, if we're more thankful, if we share more gratitude and appreciate the fact that, we are here and that we have clothes that we can put on. Now, granted, if you look in my closet, a lot of my clothes, I can't fit in them anymore. Okay. Okay, that's enough to get depressed about, right? Okay, somebody out there feeling me, but it's all good. It's all good. I still do have some clothes that I can wear. Okay, I've got different sizes in my wardrobe, and most of us women do, right? Okay, so let's go to number 6. All right, let's go to number 6. And this one, number 6, okay, is thankfulness challenge. Okay, what is this? Organize a thankfulness challenge with friends or family. Okay, how do you do that? Each day, everyone shares something that they are thankful for. This can be done over a group chat or at family gathering. Okay. Now, many of us like to do group chat, and many of us have a group of women or entrepreneurs that we just connect with and that we're bonding with. And that can be a starting point. Okay. So every day you can have that, put that thankfulness challenge out there. Okay. And here's what it's going to do. It's going to take your mind off of whatever might be distressing you during this holiday season. You see how this works? Anytime that you can divert your mind, your ideas, your emotion to something else, to be able to help someone else, you're going to forget what's troubling you. You're going to forget what you're distressed about. You're going to forget that you're feeling some kind of way today because you lost your loved one and they're no longer here. You're not going to be thinking about that because now when you create this thankfulness challenge and you be the spearhead of getting this going. Oh, I already know somebody is getting ready to do this like right now. You're thinking of your core group. You're thinking of your as we call it, your community, and you're letting people know, how about let's do this thankfulness challenge. I love it. I love it. I love this idea. Okay, so this is number 6. Okay, we said we're going to discover 8 actionable strategies. Okay, when I use the word actionable, that means all of these that I've just shared with you, you can do them like right now. You can get started with them right now because we're talking about building that thankful muscle during the holiday season. We are in the beginning of the holiday season. Thanksgiving is right around the corner. Today, listening to this as we launch this particular episode of 33, it is the 3rd of November. Is the first Monday in November. It's a brand new week. It's an opportunity for us to say, you know what, Lord, I love you. I love you. What have you got in store for me today? What have you got in store for me today? So go ahead and create that thankfulness challenge. Woo, woo. Yeah, get started today. Yes, I love it. I love it. Number 7. This one is a little bit more introspective. Mindful moments. We're hearing that term mindful a lot these days, being mindful of the present, being mindful of when you're mindful, you're centered, you're focused, you're not thinking of all of the other things that may be going on. You're not thinking about and stressing and having anxiety and being depressed about who's not. You're being centered in the present, in the present. And so that mindful means you're in the present. You're in this moment. What can we be grateful for in this moment? So this mindful moment, what you're going to do is incorporate mindfulness practices that focus on gratitude. Okay, this can be meditating. It can be taking deep breaths and just you do that, and there's something that just makes you feel good. I can't explain it. I'm not a neuroscientist, but there's some science to all of this, okay? And during this meditation and during this sense of mindfulness, being in the present, we want you to think about what you're grateful for. Now, I realize that some of these strategies, all of these strategies, they intertwine together, but they're still all distinctly different. Now, some of them you may be able to wrap your heart and your mindset around it and just take off. Some of them you may have to just dig a little deeper, and that's okay. And that's okay because what we're trying to do is build that thankful muscle. We're trying to build that thankful muscle. And that's so important because I want you to be better. I want you to feel better. I want you to do better. I want you to have better. And we can't do that if our minds are just, oh, consumed with so much stuff that's just like a fog and you can't get through it. That fog that's just blocking your view, that's hampering what God has lined out for you for today in this present moment. So be mindful moment. Create those mindful moments. And that can happen any time of the day. It can happen in the morning. And it's I don't want you to be a robot and say, okay, at 12 o'clock today, I'm going to have a mindful moment. Let it organically happen. And that's why listening to this particular episode is going to be helpful for you to listen to over and over and over again so that you can start putting some things in your head, putting some things in your mindset to say, wow, okay, yeah, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. And when you think about that mindful moment, it's just going to happen. You might be driving. It might one of those mindful moments might be while you're driving. Okay. Okay. Y'all with me? Okay. I have another one. Here's the eighth. The eighth. We're discovering 8 actionable strategies to build your thankful muscle during this holiday season. Okay. Number 8, create a gratitude jar. Oh, and this is so cool. And you know what? I realized that I created a gratitude jar. Oh my goodness, it's been over 11 years ago, and I remember a friend of mine that created that gave me that idea. And I've got to see, with all this packing that I've done over the years, I've got to see where my jar is, and what she asked me to do, because this was after the mayor's race, and I was in a very, very dark place. And what she suggested to me was to create a gratitude jar. And this is so cool. You can buy yourself just a clear jar, okay, and with a big, large enough entry so that you can drop your pieces, your gratitude thoughts in that jar. And you want to do that every day. So what you want to do is use different color construction paper. Okay, so you're using different color construction paper, and you're writing something that you're thankful for. And you've got to do this over a year. Okay, get a jar, fill it with notes of gratitude throughout the holiday season. I did it for a year. Okay, but do it during the holiday season. And here's what's going to happen: at the end of the season, read through those notes to remind yourself of the positive moments you experience. So on those notes, you could put a comment about, wow, I had a wonderful day with my great niece and my great nephew. Or I got a chance to go to a basketball game, and oh my goodness, my great nephew MJ, he nailed it. I mean, he was just a superstar. And you're writing that, and you're folding it up, and you're putting it in that jar. And I got a chance to spend the day with my great niece, or I got a chance to visit my nephews and great nephews, or whatever it is. And see, as you can tell, I'm big on my nieces and nephews, and my great nieces and my great nephews. They are my world. They are my world, and they make me feel gratitude every day on any moment. Okay, but that is just the coolest thing. And see, if you use different color construction paper, so it's pretty, it's colorful, and then it will give you that opportunity to be able to reflect back. Let's just say on January 1, okay? The first day of January of 2026. What you want to do is go back to that jar and add, and just open up each one of them and read. Isn't that cool? We have discovered 8 actionable strategies to build your thankful muscle. during this holiday season. I want you to employ these methods, these strategies every day, every day, every day. Not necessarily every one of them every day, but pick and choose, okay? But the walk, I know for some of you healthy folks out there, and I know who you are, hey, that's right up your alley, okay? That is right up your alley. Oh my goodness. November is my favorite time. Is really my favorite holiday of the year. It really is. November is my second. Well, Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday of the year. The November is my second favorite month of the year, and uh, I don't feel sad right now. I don't feel, yes, I think about the losses and the family members who are no longer with us, but I'm grateful for the fact that I got a chance to share part of their lives. Okay. And for those of you who are listening or watching and you're just not feeling it, you're anxious, you're worried, you're grieving, my heart goes out to you. I pray that God just wraps his loving arm around you in a way that it almost squeezes you to the point where you're able to feel what he is giving you to give you that relief that you need. That is my prayer for you who may be struggling during the beginning of this holiday season. But I also want you to use these strategies, employ these strategies. They're going to help. I promise you. And here's what I'd like for you to do. I would like for you to share with me. Either send me an email at reset2reinvent@gmail.com, or send me a text message, or send me an email. Go to my also make a comment in if you're watching this on YouTube, and just let me know how you've used some of these strategies and how they have helped you. Okay, how did they make you feel? I would love to get some feedback. And here's what I'm going to do for those of you who do share feedback. I'm going to share it over the coming weeks during the month of November. How about that? Okay. All right, guys, this has been an amazing day. We want to kick off the month of November, the thankful month. We want to build that thankful muscle. I